fans are singing along with Bryson Stott's walk-up music.
Everybody standing here at Citizens Bank Park. Sanchez to the belt.
Breaking ball, hit in the air, center field.
Swing and a miss. He struck him out. And Christopher Sanchez, for the first time in the big leagues, has thrown a complete game shutout.
Harper looks at Arcia again as he goes around the second base.
And it's turned into the Bryce Harper game.
The game's tied. Castellanos in the third. Dusty is waving him home. Here's the relay to the plate. There'll be no throw. Phillies leading. Breaking ball blasted. Game is tied. Castellanos for the Phillies. And it's a brand new game. And the Phillies close out the National League East. They are the champions of 2024.
Alrighty, Chasers, welcome back to a brand new and crispy, fresh edition of the Quit Chasing Show. A little cheeky, a little irreverent, and always unqualified. We watched 162, so you don't have to. I'm Alex Kruger. That's Danny Gerb. Danny, say hi to the folks.
Hey, everyone. How you doing tonight, Alex?
I am doing okay. I'm exhausted from life, work, all that good jazz. I know you are. You've been running around like a madman. How about you, man? How you been?
The same. It's been crazy. I'm tired. I'm glad we could get this in, though. So
I did not think we were going to get this in. I thought it'd be another solo Alex Fest tomorrow, and God only knows what that would look like. But I'm glad that we're able to fit this into both of our busy hour schedules. Yeah, I'll tell you, from the last time we recorded until now, I don't think the Phillies have had a day off, which is crazy. It's been like 2 weeks. And B, that's been a good thing for us. It has been delightful. Danny, shall we get into it?
We should. I think they had a travel day, but
I don't think they did, to be honest. Our last day off was like September 2nd or September 3rd.
Oh, all right. You would know better than I would. So cool.
I looked at it today because it's
off
crazy.
To a hot start.
Off to a very hot start. So yeah, crap. You got me. You got me with the off to a hot start. All right, but you know what, guys? We're gonna go through this this agenda. We're just gonna knock these games out, bang bang. You know,
the scorcher continues.
The scorcher continues. So, folks, last time we left you, we knew that the New York Metropolitans were coming into town. And I was a bit tepid. I was a bit scared. And game one, New York Mets, nothing. Philly won. The Phils and maybe even the fans came into this game wondering if the Mets were still our daddy or not. But guess who finally came home after getting the pack of cigarettes 3 years ago? That's right, our biological father, Slurms Mackenzie Nola. We were recording at the beginning of this game on Monday, and I was watching, and I noticed Nola's command and his actual pitching looked crisp and sharp. He didn't have a blow-up inning, and Nick Platoon Castellanos hit in the only run of the game. No matter what, we won't be swept by the Mets at home.
Magic number 11.
Next up, New York Mets 3, Philadelphia 9. This game was what we needed, what everyone needed to unclench. I've been very vocal of the fact that the Mets own us, but after this game, I'm no longer confident in that assessment. A lot happened in this game. There were 13 hits and 9 runs by our boys. Kyle finally hit home run number 50, and Ranger was back to being his Rangerous self. I got to ask Danny, you were at the game. What was it like inside the stadium?
It was fantastic. There was a buzz. Everyone kind of knew 50 was coming that day. We sat in 106, right off to the right of the foul pole. I think we were like row 6, and I kind of mimicked as soon as I sat down, like, this is me catching 50. I did that, and like 5 other dudes did that when they walked into the row. So it was magical. Guess what, buddy?
What?
Single digits. Magic number 9.
Number 9. Which brings us to the next game. New York Mets 3, Philadelphia 11. Plus Max Kepler drove in 5 runs this game. Bryce Harper launched a ball into a bucket of crab fries, and Brandon Marsh got over the flu. There is also some random-assed former Met at second base who was the only starter without a hit, even with 5 attempts. When we won the first game and guaranteed we wouldn't get swept, I was content. When we took the first 2 and ensured we wouldn't lose the series, I was pumped. When we took 3 out of 4 and guaranteed we would win the series, I became absolutely hype.
We took this series from the Mets. How could you not be? Magic number 7.
That's right. Coming into the fourth game, can we do it? Can we get the sweep? New York Mets 4, Philadelphia 6. Now I'm mother forking back, baby. We swept the Mets. And not just that, but we did it in yet another way we needed. Danny called it. We won a blowout. We won a squeaker. We won a traditional game, and now we won a game where we clawed back. Fun fact, Jesus Luzardo ended the 8th inning having thrown a perfect game since the 2nd inning. Grant, the first inning had 4 allowed runs, but his ability to overcome the start, settle in, and dominate, and our bats doing what they had to do to claw back, his team is feeling different. Let's be honest, though, we swept the Mets. It was 4 straight hard-fought games. No one would be surprised if we came out listless against Kansas City, unless...
But guess what, buddy? Anyone can sweep 3 games in the middle of August, but can you sweep 4 games in September? Well, the Phils just did it in magic number 5.
Bang! Kansas City 2, Philadelphia 8. Bueller. What better night to showcase our former one really awesome game starter, Michael Lorenzen, against new acquisition Walker Bueller than a Thunder Guns jersey night. Michael Lorenzen once threw a no-hitter the same day Weston Wilson hit his first big league home run. And just last year, Walker Bueller came out of the pen and clinched the close for the Dodgers' World Series victory. Honestly, this game was fun. It was Las Vegas strength night as both Harper and Stott went yard. Seemingly everyone got involved with the fun and games as our bats poured out 14 hits on our opponent. I don't know, let the good times roll.
Yeah, absolutely. And guess what, buddy? Mets lose again. It's the final countdown. Magic number 3.
Bang! Kansas City 6, Philadelphia 8. From Walker Bueller to Taijuan Walker. What a difference a day makes. Or doesn't, to be honest. Now, Taijuan allowed 3 runs in the first. We responded with 2. We traded Barbs in the third. And when Schwarber started a 3-run 5th inning with his 51st moonshot of the year, the game was practically over. Our bullpen got a little shaky with both Strahm and old man Dave Robertson giving up a run, but the Tarantula got the job done, and we got 6 in a row.
Mets met again. Magic number 2.
Oh, snap. Kansas City 10, Philadelphia 3. Now, okay. This looks really lopsided, and I get that, but I still don't fully fault Nola for this one, getting out of hand quickly. Schwarber and Real Muto knocked in 2 runs to begin the game. Then the Royals tied it up in the 5th. Okay, bummer, but still manageable. Not the end of the world. But this is when we see in real time the diminishing of Nick Castellanos. In the 6th inning, the first 4 hitters combined to hit for the cycle. Triple, double, single, home run. As I was watching the game and the triple was hit, I thought to myself, well, crap. Any other fielders would have at least held that to a double. The next batter hits a double, and I think to myself, damn, Kepler would have caught that ball or at least kept it to a single. Aaron Nola has a tendency to self-destruct like this, and I truly think if a better outfielder had been in that position, Nola would not have self-destructed the way he did. I was going to say, since Danny isn't here, I get to believe that. But, Danny, would you like a Nola-based rebuttal on my theory for that game?
Yeah. So, right. So, whatever inning it was, Nola would have been out of that. A blown call behind the dish. Nola would have been out of that inning before the homer. I mean, it's the story of Nola, right? Like the big inning. I am taking, I told this to Chris in our thread, I am taking the Topper approach of judging him by the last 10, not the last 2. And, keep the meatballs out of the middle of the dish, and you're going to get a solid 5 from him. Come the post, any trouble or any sign of fatigue, he's getting ripped. So, story of Nola, you worry about that big inning. That big inning's not going to come this post. I can feel it. We'll get into it, but Topper's pushing the right buttons, and I think that is the button he knows to push. Guess what else happened?
What else happened, Danny?
Mets lost again. Magic number 1.
But let's be real. They won 6 straight out of 7 games, including a must-win series where we finally leveled up and went for somebody's jugular this year. But the real test comes next. By losing this game to KC, we're still 1 game away from clinching the NL East, though we did clinch a postseason berth that night thanks to MLB math. But we're going to Los Angeles for a slew of 10 p.m. start times, and we're 1 game away from clinching. In years past, this would have turned that you would have turned this on and heard us prognosticating how it would easily be another week before they finally hit the cliff. Well, I guess we don't know shit sometimes. First game, LA 5, Philly 6, final in 10, magic number 0. LA 6, Philadelphia 9. Honestly, folks, I could bullshit you and pretend I watched these games, but that's poppycock. I watched a good 2 to 3 innings, but I'm a working professional in busy season, and a 10:10 p.m. baseball start is just irresponsible for me to follow. Having said that, I'm still going to summarize these for you.
Hold on.
Please do.
We
Please
are
do.
missing a huge chunk here. So I messed up somewhere in my countdown, but that's okay. People, they got it. NL East champs, buddy. How you gonna blow over that?
So we're gonna get there, but the very first game, again, LA 5, Philadelphia 6 in final in 10. The Mets weren't playing. It was completely up to us. If we wanted the division, it was right in front of us to go and take it, and to take it from another division leader. We went out there and we refused to quit. Every time that they hit us, we hit back. Every time that they took a shot, we took another one. And at the end of the day, we were the ones standing victorious. And it felt good. And the locker room celebrations, I didn't think I wanted them to celebrate the NL East, but then I saw them celebrate the NL East, and I'm really happy that they did. This group is 22 in. And this, I've been saying for months that this group feels like 2011. I'm wrong. This group now feels like 2022.
It's not 2022. It's not. And here's the thing. They won a Major League Baseball National League East pennant. Celebrate. Anyone who like, I can't believe they celebrated. They won a Major League Baseball National League East pennant. That is a big deal. Big deal. Celebrate it. You said, 22. Yeah, dude, it's not. They were kind of limping into that wild card spot in 22.
That's true. They got some luck.
It took that Rangers series, like the last series of the season, to get in. I remember just briefly some casual, one of my friends, I forget who it was, so it's not a derogatory term. I just forget who it was like, so are the Phils doing this year, making the playoffs? And I remember my retort being like, they're trying their hardest not to. So it's not 22. This team is different. There's a killer instinct Topp that I've begged for seasons now, all the way up until not so many weeks ago. But it's there this year. Like, even the hangover game, like, that lineup was a real lineup. Tonight's lineup, Wednesday night, is a real lineup. They're not conceding one.
No.
They're not conceding the 1 seed like they did last year. They're fighting for it. They're legitly chasing for it. That's new. That's a new Topp management
and it's the
style
way that they're chasing. They're not chasing scared. They are chasing determined. Like,
they want it.
I haven't, and maybe that's why I'm feeling 22, because they are so damn determined, and just, they seem like they are on an unquenchable mission, and I'm here for it. I really am. I'm blown away by it. I'm so excited. This is a team that we've been waiting for 3 years for them to put it all together the way that they have.
It really is. This is like all the sins of the past. Like, I really feel they have learned from them. You're watching a team. They came out in 24. Excuse me. There, I was.
That was me. That was you.
That was me.
I did too.
That's no way. Oh, that's it. Hey, it's just
it's a gassy night, folks.
Burping on air. You know what? I was drinking those Skittles pack, the Skittle water.
Skittles water is a great way to get some extra air in your throat. For sure.
Yeah, man. Skittles water is delicious, by the way. I love the green apple. But the sins of the past, they truly learned from them. The 23 loss in the NLCS to the Diamondbacks, and they started the 24 season with that one more mantra, just one more win mantra, and they came out and doing somewhere around 750 baseball. They weren't losing series. They were taking loss personally. They flamed out. They have that 24 for beginning of the season, taking loss personally, man on a mission attitude now. They're just doing it at the right time. Hopper
True.
has grown leaps and bounds as a manager all in just half a season. In just this half a season, this team
In
is
2 months, he's grown leaps. I mean, it really, I think you could trace it back to just sucking it up, having a closer, and platooning the outfield, and just
yeah,
whatever that hard conversation took to tell Castellanos and to get him over it. I think
right.
the final hump Topper needed to become the guy, the manager that we all knew he could be, but he would do these baffling things like riding and dying by Casti, and he's not doing that anymore. He's really playing intelligent. It's like for the last 3 years he's been messing around with this lineup card just so he could, for this moment now, that when people are out, he knows exactly who to plug and play where. It's been phenomenal.
He's putting the Wilsons and the
Yes.
Sosas and the Waltons in the right places. He's moving Bader, the Kemps in the right places. He's moving Bader to where he needs Bader to be. And I know I was a little down on that trade deadline because Bader wasn't the bat that I wanted, but holy hell, did he turn into the bat that we needed?
I mean, everything about him, not just the bat, but also the glove, but also the tude, but also all of it. Like Bader being kind of a bash brother with Stubby is a phenomenal thing. And he is attitude era baseball, and he is that like hardcore late 90s guy, and I'm here for it. And this team is just different in the best way possible. And it's like it's so weird to me because it's slowly morphed into this like badass team, but it also flipped a switch overnight. It's like they welcomed New York into town, and after they won that 1-0 game, they said, okay, we can do it. And like with every game from there, they built their confidence to right now. If I'm any other team in the NL, maybe even the AL, I'm scared to come up against Philadelphia. I am truly scared to face this squad.
It's so much is right, and I don't want to, and we'll get to this later in the show, I promise. But there's some reasons we take a tone about this team, and it's because this is what we wanted.
This is what we were begging for, and this is what we felt we were not receiving.
We wanted a lineup that went 1 through 9 without like this manual transmission stalls. We finally got it. We had Topper, and to your point, not only holding the big players accountable, but letting them do their Moody thing, and then being like, "All right, your Moody time is up. I hear you. You need to play ball," and then getting them to play ball, like phenomenal. Even so, I do think the top brass coming in and saying we got a closer, you're gonna have to use him as a closer, helped.
I think so too.
I don't know if that's 100% on top. I think he'd probably still want to do his pocket thing, but riding and dying with Kimbrel
is a very different game than riding and dying with Durantula.
Right. But even like what he's doing with Orion, who is missing some of it right now, is lacking some of that confidence. He would have just force fed him in the leverage spots that he would want him to be in. He is now doing that, like, all right, we'll knock you down one. We'll bring you back in at this leverage point, see how you do. Okay, you did it. We'll try it again. All right, let's do a reset. Like, he's moving Kirk up and down to get him into the right places, something he wouldn't have done with the Kimbrel years. It was just like pound it. Like,
it's
platoon, man. Like, it really is. Like,
it's refreshing and it's working, and they're having fun again. They're having fun again in a way that I don't even remember seeing them having that kind of fun last year after London. I just don't. And it's great to
happened in August, and everything changed.
Yeah, and who knows what it was? You know, we'll never know what it was last year, but and maybe it was just the Mets got magical, and we couldn't believe it, and it caught us by surprise. You know, I was reading an article on
way more than that. Like, everyone saw it coming.
And I was reading an article on one of the sites that we read at times, and they had mentioned how like last year the Phillies were even admitting that they were just waiting till October to flip a switch, and then the switch didn't get flipped. And it's like, well, yeah, no, that's not how it works. But this team isn't relying on anything but playing baseball, and it's working really, really well. And I'm loving it. I'm loving it to pieces.
It's going back to some of the stuff we complained about earlier this season about like I forget what game it was where they pinch hit for Harper and Trey, and I lost my mind. Like the game was lost, but still, like we're doing this waving the white flag thing again. But them chasing one this year and just not conceding because they're 6 above the Dodgers. They took care of business.
I'm pretty sure we're all convinced that they have the bye, and the fact that they're still not done. Hell yeah.
The magic number is 4 with 10 games, of course.
Right. I feel
very
yeah. I feel very confident in that. You know what I would like to say for the second year in a row, second or maybe third, but our backup catcher hit the game-winning home run on the hangover game day, and I think that's a really magical statistic to keep in mind. Congrats, Rafael Marchand.
We called you out. A 3-shot, not a solo shot, so that's nice.
That helps. It was just as Mickey Mouse, but I'll take it anyways.
Also, he's really making me eat my words of you get slightly more production. So
you know what? Whatever. I'll take it. I'll take the win over being right every time.
Absolutely.
All right. So having said all that, Dano, do you feel like we've covered what we need to cover for these 3 unbelievable series? Folks, again, by the time you're listening to this on Friday, number 1, it'll be exactly 1 week from the day that my best friend Matt Pupo and his fiance Jessica Scranton get married. So congratulations. But again, it's Friday. There will have been another Dodgers game, but that's happening after we record this because it's a West Coast game and I'm a working professional. So we're not going to stay. It's just not going to happen.
What is that in 1 week? Well, it will still be 3 days till I say I'm sorry.
Ooh, I like it. But let me ask you this question, Danny. Yeah. Knock on wood. Do you care if they sweep?
The Dodgers?
Yeah, like it's nice, but does it do much for
you? Yes,
of
course. It would be nice, if you want to believe in that momentum roll. Sure. No, they took care of business. They protected that bye lead. They won the series.
Did the job.
Lazaro's on the mound. You'd like to see it, but they did the job. They did exactly what they had to do.
You're right. Arizona's getting interesting, getting a little interesting. They're creeping their way into the.
They jumped the Reds and Giants.
If we can do our job in this next series and give them 3 losses, we can move them back. But if not, honestly, they're seeing our 3 non-starting pitchers. So at least there's that, I guess. So we'll see what happens there. But I will say it was fun going to bed the last 2 nights, being content if they lost, and then waking up at 3 a.m. to go pee because I'm 40 years old now, and being really happy that they won. That was cool. That was nice.
Yeah, it's always fun. Always fun to wake up to a win.
It is. So, I don't know, man. You want to go on a break?
I would love to.
Hey, Patrick.
Hey, human. I love your shirt. What's a Quit Chasin'?
It's a podcast.
Oh, yeah? I heard it was a show.
Patrick, I know it's a show, too.
Oh, that makes sense. Where'd you get your shirt?
From the website in the episode description.
Sweet. But what if I want to interact with the guys?
You can find them on social media under the Quit Chasin' logo.
And if I want to send them an email?
Just send it to quitchasin'podcast@gmail.com.
I love these Quit Chasin' episodes.
They get the merch.
Do they have Quit Chasin' After Dark merch too? To celebrate their alternative episodes that they bring out periodically and sometimes start a series and then never finish it while I sit here twiddling my thumbs waiting for episodes of Long Dong River that will never come?
Dude, check them out wherever you get your podcasts.
Or shows.
Alrighty, Chase Nation, welcome back to the Quit Chasin' Show. We are going to go into some of our favorite bits. Well, 2 of our favorite bits and a brand new one. First up on the board, we've got media stables, and lo and behold,
top 5 favorite Brits. Go.
Oh gosh, Jason Isaacs, Jason Malfoy. No, all right. So Dominic West is on there somewhere. So he might be
Queen.
Whatever. Queen, just all 5 of them.
Yeah,
I like it. That's good. Yeah, Beal's overrated. So,
Freddie Mercury, Brian May, the other guy, and the other guy.
I'm here for it. All right, so this week for Media Stables, a lot of the times I have been derisive and divisive over Crossing Broad this year for good reason, but flowers and credit where credit is due. The Crossing Broad social media folks are absolutely second to none when it comes to giving you clinching celebration content. The amount of videos I was able to consume because of Crossing Broad of the Phillies, 1:00 in the morning locker room celebration was dynamite. And they do it every year, whether it's Xfinity Live. I don't know if it's their own people or if they have the right sources that are able to aggregate it. But of all of the sites, Crossing Broad seems to have the largest volume of locker room celebration material every single time. So my hat's off to you guys. I got to see a side of this Phillies team that I think that's also, Danny, part of why we're feeling different about this team, because we got to see inside the locker room and see the level of camaraderie, see Schwarber beer bong and Bader bang bang and all of those things. And it's not Stotty running around with the Las Vegas Rebels helmet on, but it's not far off either. So Crossing Broad, if I was wearing a hat, I would tip it to you, because thank you so much. Never stop giving us that content.
You know what, Alex? I'm going to call an audible, a second audible. We said screw it, we're going to scrap this part. But since you have done your honest thing of giving Crossing Broad flowers for this, and we have attacked them, I think maybe we should go with our original plan.
Do the mea culpa?
Yeah. So, Chasers, you may have noticed, we are much like the boys on the field. Sometimes we slump as well. And that's for you, buddy.
You appreciate you.
Yeah, and we were a little bit in our sophomore slump, and I would like to make some Maya Copas too. We changed our tone a little bit from last season. It wasn't necessarily planned, and I just didn't like where it went. There's some things I could take back. The Duran entrance. You guys wanted to watch it. If you wanted to see it, enjoy it. And you know what? I shouldn't have said anything, and I apologize for that. The Eagles chants people at Phillies games. We detest it. We will never agree with you. But
we're done attacking you.
Yes. And if that's how you show your love, that's your love language. Mine's food.
Mine is kind gestures, actually. Clean the house before she gets home from work.
So please accept our sincerest apology. We will do better.
We will do better. We say that we'll do better every week, and maybe we'll actually start meaning it this time. But I think we've also been a bit snarkier. We've been a little bit more aggro. We've been less celebratory of a team that for the vast majority of this season has been the leading team in the NL East. And we've been waiting for that other shoe to drop, and we've been waiting for that rug to get pulled out from under us. And knock on wood, it hasn't happened. And from what they've showed us, I've decided to go back to my, we're not throwing away our shot mentality, in that this is our year. I truly do believe that. And until I'm not allowed to believe in the boys anymore, I'm going to believe they will win enough games to win this World Series. I love them. And I think I was giving them too much tough love, and nobody likes listening to Debbie Downer talk for, 20 weeks in a season. So I think you're going to see a better, more optimistic tone from us moving forward.
Well, especially if they're doing the things that we want them to do, right?
That does help. That definitely does help. Yes.
We spoke of it at the top of the show. This is what we wanted.
Yep.
This is what we wanted. And we aren't being critical. This is what we wanted. And this is beautiful. And this is fun. And I made a prediction, in our prediction show earlier this season that I think they were going to get bounced in the NLDS. Guess what? That has changed, man. This team, there's something about this team. So,
you know what they are, Danny?
No, what?
They're a gift.
Oh, they are a gift. And what a segue, Alex. We got a new segment for you. It is What a Gift.
So when we first came up with Amped Up, technically it was called Pissed Off, and it was things that we wanted to rant about being pissed off about. And then we changed it to Amped Up because there were things that we were happy amped up about. there haven't been many things that we've been happy amped up about this year, and we wanted to force our changed mindset. So that's where it's a gift, or what a gift comes in, because that is what Harrison Bader says about playing baseball for a living, and it's something that the Phillies have really grabbed onto, and it's what Topper said about Schwarber when he hit his 50th home run. Kyle Schwarber, what a gift, or you're a gift, or
Well, yeah,
so,
right. What an old grandpa Canadian thing, but in a locker room full of sweaty men about to cheers. Some of them in their jock straps, some of them in their shorts, some of them in towels, and just goes, "What a gift! What a topper thing to do."
Now with the context of Harrison Bader, though, it's so much better. When it was just Topper saying what a gift, I was like, that's an interesting sentiment for you, Top, but okay. I mean, he is a gift, but, and again, you're right. The half naked, being surrounded by half naked men.
I'm just painting a picture, really.
I am. I'm right there with you. That as well. So, Danny, I would love to know what's got you saying to yourself, what a gift. What a gift.
So it's baseball. It's being romantic about it. It is the people that dedicate their lives to it and then get rewarded. I'm going to play a clip from John Boy's "What You Missed." I have it queued up, so he speaks to this quick little story of just baseball and why it's so romantic, right?
God bless it, everyone.
But what a semifinal. It's 10-0 in the bottom of the sixth inning, but the crowd is on their feet because Chinese professional baseball legend, 43-year-old Lin Shi-jung, is at the dish. He is announcing his retirement, or he's announced his retirement. So this is his final at bat in the league. Standing ovation. Phones are out. Pictures are being taken. The first pitch, up and away, but called a strike. And look, the competitive spirit is still there. Look at this reaction from him. They go, anything close, I'm going to hit it. The pitcher says, hit this, pal. I idolized you. He says, I will. Sends it over the wall for his 305th career home run. He's led the league since he hit his 290th. This guy is a legend. He leads the league in a lot of shit. He was the first player in history of the league to reach 300 home runs. He has over 1,800 hits in the CPBL. He's second all-time in total bases and RBIs. He's a 19-time All-Star. Played 22 years, and he says goodbye to the game in grand fashion. And if that was a fastball groove down there on purpose, I applaud it. I celebrate it. I need it. Like Jeter and Ripken in the All-Star games, just groove them one, give the fans a moment and a memory, and good on him for taking care of business. What a legend. What a hero.
Nice.
That's absolutely right. I don't know if you can still hear him.
That's a gift. That's a gift right there, Danny.
Right, that absolutely is. And he plays the pitch again at the end, and they definitely served up a meatball for him. It's like David Price serving up Jeter's 3000s. But you know what? Nobody knows that David Price served up a meatball except for me and the other people that know he served up a meatball. Everyone talks about Jeter's 3000s. The people that were there, that's what they were talking about. Yeah, just see the guy go out like that. Apparently a legend in his league. Do you know what else I liked about that clip?
What's that?
When he was rounding third, the dude in the stands with the gigantic flag waving it. Like, that is one thing I liked about the World Baseball Classic too, is that like these other countries with their soccer fandom bringing some of their soccer fandom stuff into the baseball arena. It's such a fun thing to see.
It really is. I am a big, big fan of that. I like that. Actually, Dan, you know what? I love that.
Yeah. Nice.
Here's what I want to know.
Sure.
Love it or hate it. Beer
capitalism.
Beer bong. So I ask this, folks, because it would appear that the official celebration style of your 2025 Philadelphia Phillies is, drum roll, please. That's right. beer bongs. Everyone was beer bonging in the clubhouse after the game. And I got to tell you, I actually thought to myself a year ago, like, I wonder if people are still like doing beer bongs. And it warmed my heart a little bit to see it happening. Also made me instantly want to throw up. So love it, hate it, Danny, beer bongs in general.
In general, I hate them, man. I'm with you. They make me want to instantly throw up. There is nothing like cold if you're lucky. If you're lucky, cold.
If you're lucky, it's cold. That's right.
Frothy beer just goes straight down your gullet and landing in your stomach. Like, no, thank you. I was never a fan. I was actually never a fan of drinking games. Like, my favorite drinking game was drink the beer.
I enjoyed beer pong, but 9 times out of 10 you're playing that with water anyways.
So the
I don't
problem,
like. Go ahead.
Yeah, I could never get into beer pong because the problem is I was casual about it.
Oh, I was competitive.
Okay, were you like one of those dudes that are just ripping on people, bouncing balls?
I would
doing all the things.
I was never the type to call someone out for going over the line, but like if they go over the line, I'm gonna go over the line. But yes, I will bounce the ball. If they bounce the ball, I will slap the shit out of it. Yeah, I play.
I never had fun at a beer bong table, and I had the least amount of fun when it was the hardcore serious guy at the other end of the table. Like, man, what a unfun way to spend a party. It was my
That's fair.
I listen to music. I like hanging out with friends. I like talking to the women. You know,
they didn't like talking to me. No,
they didn't like talking to me half the time either. But the other half,
that's where the beer comes in. No, but having said,
hey man, your clock won't flush.
What is that from?
Family Guy.
Thank you.
Don't drink at the stag party. And what did you do? Drank at the stag party.
All right. So having said that, for the 2025 Philadelphia Phillies that we have in this clubhouse, how do you feel about the beer bong being the official celebration?
Love it for them, right?
Love it for them. In
They're
this
pro athletes.
attitude era of Philadelphia Phillies, like seeing John Middleton slurping down a beer bong, like we give him a lot of crap for being corny, and he is corny, but that was pretty gangster. I'll credit where credit's due. Did you hear that they filled one up with apple juice for Harper?
I did hear that.
Isn't that so cute? Like, can't he just get no duels at this point? Like,
I heard someone tried to sneak in a beer, and that's when he left the party.
Oh man, do you think he'll drink champagne, or is he is he Mormon? Like,
I believe he is Mormon.
Okay, okay,
yeah, I believe he is. Even though I could have sworn I saw him walking around with Budweiser in some of those videos from last year. It might have even been just to shake up and spray. I don't know. I'm not questioning him. Also, if he had a lapse and whatever, he's allowed.
More than earned it.
Yeah, absolutely. What I did find interesting, because we did say this at the top of the show, that it has been a busy week for us. They are out on the West Coast, so a lot of our catching up was after the fact. So Phillies Talk recorded right after the NLCS win. So I started to listen to that for a little bit this afternoon before I got busy again with work. But they were struggling with calling it a beer. They were calling it a beer funnel, and they were called out for it. The one guy was like, a funnel. That's what we're calling it. And they were like, yeah. They're like, since when did you start calling it beer funnel? So I'm going to call them out for
beer bong anymore. Is it the B word, the bong word? Like, I thought that was just a thing at Wildwood head shops. You can't say the B word.
Yeah.
Hey, you guys got any pipes? Like,
yeah. No, don't say any of the B words, but,
unreal.
I don't know. I thought that was interesting. So I hate calling it a beer funnel. Love it.
It's a beer bong all day.
Love that they're beer bonging.
Although, like, they're also the fancy ass sophisticated beer bong with the little like stopper nozzle at the bottom, so you can just load it up, walk around. You don't have to hold it up like a garden hose and everything. Yeah. All right. What is the grossest beer bong contraption you ever saw? Like, that was MacGyvered.
I mean, I don't know if it was the grossest. I think it was just standard. It was always like the oil funnel with some garden hose and duct tape.
Yep, that's all it ever was. If you were lucky, someone grabbed like a milk carton and cut out the bottom and used that and hopefully washed it. I don't know. But yeah.
I don't think I've seen anyone walk in to any party with like those boardwalk like fluorescent color, like branded beer bong ones. It's always been like a duct tape hose and a oil pan.
So true. Airbnb owners at the beach, how many beer bongs do you end up throwing out every single year after your frat and sorority parties leave? I'm curious. Let us know. I don't know, man.
That's the survey. We'll do it in increments of 5.
I like it.
So,
Danny.
Yeah, man.
Praise, baby. 40 minutes.
You know what? That was a fun one, Alex. We will do better next week. I promise. And everyone knows an ant can't move a rubber tree plant. And they're going to do it this year.